Quaternary Period. The Quaternary Period started 2.6 million years ago and it is now the present period we are in. What came before it was the Tertiary Period, which is when mammals started to become a dominant species on Earth. Nothing comes after because this is the period we are currently in. The continents were and are in the modern locations they were. Some small, or well, not very small differences, but some differences were the fact that since there was ice ages, there was larger masses of ice that made paths for mammals to travel across to get to different locations. The climate has changed a lot, having many ice ages and many times it has warmed up. But throughout this period, nothing too drastic like a mass extinction has happened. The dominant form of life in this period could be argued that it is us because we have spread to almost every corner of the world and have almost controlled nature. It could also be said that we are the most important event. Like I said before, we are starting to control nature and even affecting the world in negative and positive ways, but mostly negative currently. But there has also been multiple extinctions, like the Neanderthals and other forms of humans going extinct and ice ages, which allowed us to travel to places like the Americas. If I went on vacation to this period, I would probably bring a phone, weapon, and something to start a fire. This is because if we traveled to like now or not too long ago, maybe a decade back, a phone would still be useful. But if we traveled farther back to when other forms of humans were alive, a weapon and something to start fire would be helpful because fire was still starting to be made back then, and a weapon for self-defense if anything was aggressive because it wasn't too peaceful back then.